What's up guys, Chico Moya here. Thank you for joining me on my channel once again. And you can probably see that it's just gotten really bright here. The sun is shining in my face, which is incredible. I mean, it's been a difficult couple of months for me personally. I still haven't gotten used to living months without the sun. But anyway, today I thought we could do something a little random. I thought I would just compare Finland to South Africa in any way I can think of. Before I start, I was reading something about vitamin D. It turns out that people with darker skin usually get a lot less vitamin D or are heavily vitamin D deficient in places like in Europe, which is super interesting, because for a while I was so confused by my emotions just kind of crashing down. I did try vitamin D pills. You know, I took them every now and then, not knowing that you have to constantly take them for it to really be effective. That's just some food for thought, something that I learned the other day, which I thought was quite interesting and cool. So what I did is I wrote down some words and put it all in here. Like I cut up little pieces of paper and put the words on here. I'm just gonna pick one and then answer honestly. This is all unscripted, so I'm just going to say the first thing that pops into my mind. I don't know if the sun is gonna mess up the video with the sun coming out all the time. Here's me complaining about the sun when I've been complaining that I didn't have it. Anyway, let's get to this. Okay, starting off, first one. Animal owners. Like, which country has better animal owners? I'm not an animal owner myself, and in South Africa I have seen people who own dogs and cats, and same thing here in Finland. But if I were to compare the two, I would have to choose Finland as having better animal owners for a couple of reasons. Number one, it just seems to me like people here really take their time out to care for their dogs or cats. And if I'm not mistaken, in Finnish you've got a my English has disappeared. You know, when you call someone a he or a she, in Finnish you've got hän, which can refer to either. And I've actually heard some people refer to their dog as hän. Which, if that doesn't show you just how much some people care about their animals, then nothing would. Yeah, okay, that one goes to Finland. And this is not like a comparison of what's true and what's not. It's a comparison in my viewpoint, I guess. The next piece of paper. Let's see. Nature. This depends. Okay, well, this depends what you prefer, I guess, but looking from my side, South Africa is a very mountainous country, so there's a lot of change in terrain. Finland mostly seems to be really flat with a lot of forests and lakes. I don't know, this is a tricky one, man. In Cape Town, South Africa, you get places where there's like mountains and then there's the ocean, sun shining all the time, and it makes everything look pretty magical. I'm not gonna lie, it's great. With Finland as well, I've had some incredible moments, especially in the forests. But yeah, I think this point goes to South Africa. Okay, next one. Let's see. Houses. This one goes to South Africa personally. I've just seen so many more impressive houses and apartments in South Africa. In Finland, it seems like the apartments are a lot smaller and more expensive in certain cases. And I just find that a lot of places have the same sort of look and feel. Like if you live in a flat and you've got an apartment, chances are your next door neighbor's place is going to seem the same. And even someone living in a different sort of apartment, every place seems to have that same sort of, I don't know, that clean cut sort of look. I don't know how to explain it. Whereas in South Africa, you know, from one house to the next, things are vastly different. Things, you can have your mind completely blown away just looking into your neighbor's house. There's a lot more diversity in furniture and stuff. I don't know, so yeah, I think that one goes to South Africa. I mean, I've seen some wildly amazing houses in South Africa. When I used to perform quite a lot, I used to play at private parties, and I'd sometimes be invited to play at some ridiculously amazing houses. So yeah. Weather. This one goes to South Africa. I love Finnish summers. I love spring. I enjoy autumn, but then winter, there's like the beginning part of winter that I kind of enjoy, when the snow first falls and that sort of thing. That's great. I love the fact that you can see the seasons change right in front of your eyes. It's like, you know, you can see it actually change. But that winter time where things start getting really dark really quickly, that takes away quite a few of the points for me. And yes, some people have said in the comments that it makes you appreciate summer more. And this is true. This is true. And I just want to say that I'm appreciating the weather changing now a lot more, just because it was pretty horrible for the last couple of months. And that is true. And I guess that's quite a lot of points to that. But in South Africa, certain parts of South Africa, the weather is just amazing. Cape Town, for example, where there are days when it's a bit cold. I mean, nothing in comparison to cold here, but there are days when it's cold and the air can be a little bit dry sometimes. And there are also days when it's really bloody hot. But a lot of people have got aircon in their houses, and you know, you can go for a swim. Okay, I don't, because it's really bloody cold, because Cape Town's right by the Pacific Ocean. So even just going in the ocean there is a no-no for me. I don't care how hot it is. Yeah, just the fact that the sun is out so often and so early, and of course there are rainy seasons and whatever, but I just enjoy the fact that it's more common to be walking around with just a t-shirt, a jacket at most. After a while in wintertime in Finland, you start getting tired of having to put on these big ass jackets and putting on these fat ass shoes, and yeah, so that one goes to South Africa. Films. I haven't seen any Finnish films, really. No, I've seen one, and I wasn't paying too much attention to it. I think it was an Asian man and his son stay with a Finnish lady, and he's a cook, and then during the story they kind of fall in love and it's whatever. I saw like bits of it and there was enough for me to sit down and to watch a bit of it. So that was alright. In South African films, you know, I grew up watching some funny South African films. There's something called, there's a dude called Leon Schuster, and he makes like these funny films, like, you know, comedies. A bit of slapstick comedy, like right in your face kind of comedy, but it was enough to make me laugh and watch that. So I mean, this is purely biased, I guess. I'll choose South Africa for this one. I know nothing about Finnish films, so if you've got any suggestions and something you think I may enjoy, put a comment down below and I'll check it out and maybe I'll change my mind. If you've watched this far so far and you're enjoying my content, please leave me a like and a subscription. I really appreciate it. Education. Straight out the bat, it goes to Finland. Number one, because Finland is already voted as one of the best places to get educated on the planet. And number two, education in South Africa is really bad. There's so many people who aren't educated properly simply because of no finances, simply because the government is not financing some of these institutions. Yeah, you know, you have to pay to go to university, which means that a lot of people just can't go. You know, it's actually kind of sad. But here in Finland, it's amazing. Like it's on a whole new level. So that's it for now. I've actually still got a few more. I mean, I can finish them for another video if you do want to see that. It's really fun just getting some of my thoughts out like this. And you know, things have been so busy lately and it's been a bit difficult to keep up with the videos, but I'm trying hard to sort out my time better. But apart from that, I hope you enjoyed it. I really do. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm always happy to interact with you. Yes, spring is on its way and it's fantastic and I'm loving every moment of it. It's great. But otherwise, have a lovely day, evening, or wherever you are. You guys are awesome. Cheers for now. Bye.